Hello students, this is problem 19 from the book Pathfinder for Olympiad and JEE Advanced, and it's a very special question to understand the behavior of a spring, the fundamental property of a spring. To understand that, this question is a very specially designed question for that concept. So this is problem 19 which we are going to discuss now. Problem 19 in which you can see a setup given in this figure in which all the pulleys and the strings are ideal. Right, they are given that the pulleys, cords, and springs, everything is ideal. So we are dealing with the ideal system now, and masses are connected as you can see in this figure. And then at a certain time, the string is cut at this point P. At this point P, the string is cut, and just after cutting the string, this mass 2m moves downward with some acceleration greater than free fall. 2m mass moves with acceleration which is more than the free fall acceleration, and we have to look for the condition which can satisfy this condition, right? So let us move step by step now. First of all, before cutting the spring, we will discuss this question before cutting the spring and the forces. We will look for the forces in the system. So the forces which are present in the system will be this capital Mg on the mass capital M with a tension force say capital T in this spring. The same tension force will be on the other side also, T, right? And we all know that in case of ideal pulley, if tension in the central part is T, the tension in the part which supports that pulley is T, then the side tensions are half of that values, right? So these tensions will be T by 2. You can say T by 2 on this side and T by 2 on the other side, right? T by 2 on the other side. Other forces, okay, on the other forces, this small m will have a mass mg downward side. This 2m will have a weight 2 mg in the downward side, right? And this spring will have a force of say fs. I denote the force in the spring by f. So the force of spring on mass small m will be in the downward direction, and the same force of spring will be in the upward direction on the lower mass small m. Now before the string is cut, that means at the initial moment, each and every mass is at rest. So you can balance the forces on each object. So for this capital M mass, if I balance the forces for this capital M mass, then it should be T equal to capital Mg, right? Similarly, if I balance the force on this small m mass, if I balance the force on this small m mass, look at this small m mass. This small m mass will have a tension of T by 2 in the upward direction, tension of T by 2 in the upward direction, force by the spring capital F in the downward direction, and its weight small mg in the downward direction. Okay, so this mass, okay, I'm talking about this mass. This mass has a force mg in the downward direction, force T by 2 in the upward direction, and the force of spring F in the downward direction. So for this mass, I can write the equation as T by 2 equal to F of the spring plus mg. And from these two equations, I can find out the force F which is in the spring. From these two equations, you can write down that 2F plus small mg is equal to capital Mg. And therefore, the force in the spring can be obtained as capital Mg minus small mg by 2. If I have not done any mistake, then the force in the spring is this much. Now, the concept of this question. When the string at point number P is cut, when the string at point P is cut, we are left with a system like so. We will have 2m mass on the left side connected by the string and a pulley. From that pulley, you will have a mass small m on the other side connected to the spring. Further, it is connected to the mass small m and so on. I'm not drawing the complete figure because there is no need to consider the other part of the system. The concept behind this question is When the string is cut, this side string, the string on the 2m mass side is now cut. After cutting the string on the 2m mass side, the whole idea or the concept in this question is that the force which was present in the spring, the force which was present in the spring is unchanged. That is the main or key concept of this question. You cannot change the force in the spring all of a sudden. We can never change force in spring all of a sudden or abrupt change. Okay, I can write this concept for you. I will write this concept for you. And the concept is any abrupt change, all of sudden change, abrupt change in spring force is not allowed, is not possible. Abrupt change in the spring force can never take place. And there is a reason behind that. There is a reason behind that why the spring force cannot change abruptly. You cannot change it all of a sudden. It will take some time to change the force of spring, as the force of spring follows Hooke's law, and the force of spring is given by F equals to kx minus kx. So it is impossible to change the deformation all of a suddenly, because if you change the deformation instantaneously, it means the motion was at a speed which was infinite, and the light speed is the ultimate speed. Nothing can move faster than the speed of light. So with those arguments, you can say that, okay, spring force cannot change suddenly. So that is the whole idea behind this question. So the force in the spring capital F will be same as it was calculated before cutting the spring. The force in the spring before cutting the string at point P will remain as it is. Along with that, we will have some mg mass here, mg force on this right side mass, 2 mg on the left hand side, and then a force of T dash in the string. Okay. Now the question says, okay, the question says that 2m mass is falling down with acceleration more than g. 2m mass is falling down with acceleration more than g. Any object can fall down with acceleration more than g only if any object can fall down with acceleration more than g only if there is some downward force in association with the force of gravity. If any object has a force is acting in the downward direction in association with the force of gravity, then only the object can move with acceleration more than g. And for this reason, the tension force T dash has to be positive. And if T dash is positive, which means string is tight. And if a string is tight, then by the constraint equation, I can follow the constraint equation now. By the constraint equation, if 2m mass falls down with some acceleration a, then this right side mass small m must move upward with the same acceleration a by the constraint equation. Since these two masses are connected by string, the two masses are connected by the string, and the string is tight, it has tension force. Therefore, it is necessary that 2m mass and small m mass travel in the opposite directions with the same magnitude of accelerations. Now applying Newton law equation for this small m mass, which has a force F in the upward direction, small mg in the downward direction, and T dash in the downward direction. So for this small m mass, you will write F minus small mg and minus T dash will be equals to mass into acceleration A. Similarly, for the left side 2m mass, which is falling down under two forces, one is 2 mg and other is T dash. So 2 mg plus T dash, the forces which are on in the downward direction, and they are the mass 2m multiplied by A. All you have to do is now divide these two equations. All you have to do is divide these two equations. When you divide these two equations, this A will be cancelled. You will find out T dash. You have to replace capital F with this value. Okay, this F, capital F will be replaced from here. You have to replace capital F. And when you replace capital F, then you will get value of T dash. And once you get the value of T dash, by replacing capital F. So when you replace capital F, you get the value of T dash. And whatever the value of T dash you get, you simply take it more than 0 because tension has to be a positive value. And when you do this, I'm sure you will get capital M more than 6 times of small m. That is the answer for this question. And this is the whole concept or whole idea behind this question. The concept or idea behind this question is that a spring force cannot change all of sudden. So the force in the spring before cutting the string and the force in the spring after cutting the string has to be equal. And the second point, 2m mass can fall down with acceleration more than g only if string remains tight. And if a string remains tight, the two masses which are connected by the string, they are 2m and m. They must have same value of linear acceleration, small a. Hope, right? Take care and bye bye.